It was one of our first block parties. Was it going to be a total flop? My young teenage daughter certainly didn't think much of the idea. A block party? Really, Mom? Do we have to? A group of neighbors had met together and been emailing back and forth, planning the party for weeks. We had organized for barbecues, canopies, tables, name tags, mingler games, and other activities. We had made and delivered invitations. We had potluck appies, salads, and desserts all arranged. But at our 3 p.m. scheduled setup time, it was rainy, cold, and windy. I sat on my lawn chair with an umbrella over my head, while another neighbor sat in her car. We debated canceling. But then what? What about all the burgers and dogs we had bought? And how complicated it would be to reschedule. We persevered in the lousy weather, setting up tables and tarps. A few other neighbors reluctantly came out from their homes to help. You sure you don't want to cancel? Thankfully, and to the surprise of most, within 3 hours the sky had cleared, and there were 40 to 50 people coming and going, eating, talking, laughing, engaging with one another, some for the first time, others renewing acquaintances or catching up with longtime friends. As the feasting, meeting, and greeting continued, some of the teens and young adults got a casual football game going in the green space. Others joined in, including 4-year-olds and our 40-something-year-old neighbor with Down syndrome. It was a beautiful, touching sight as those around began to notice how the strong players were watching out for and including the less competent ones. Observers began to comment on how right this felt, that this was the way neighborhoods should be, used to be. One retired neighbor, an elegant, older woman of British descent, who had lived in the neighborhood for decades, but had not participated in events such as this before, had come out, just to say hi, she said. We had talked on the street whenever we were mutually out and about, especially when she was in her garden. But now, here she was hanging out at our block party. She came over to me and began to say thank you, and how much she appreciated all that was going on in the neighborhood, and how wonderful it was to see Leo enjoying himself and being embraced in the game, and she couldn't finish her sentence. She was all choked up, looking out over the gathering and the game, and before I knew it, she was giving me a big hug. I believe she experienced a taste of the inherent, intrinsic value of neighborhood that day. Later that evening, as we were back home cleaning up and putting leftovers away, our youngest daughter said to me, "I get it now, Mom. That was so fun. We had so much fun playing football and nobody got mad and everyone was including the little ones. And did you see Leo? He was just so full of smiles and I couldn't stop smiling either. We have to do this again. I get it now." And I now know that my home is bigger than my house.